Here we go. Now it starts getting fun because Mr. Polk is president. And now Manifest Destiny kicks in. He wants Oregon because it's out there. He wants it. And he's telling the British, hey, we want Oregon on our terms. And if you do not agree to a border of 5440, it's war. That's what 5445 means. So to fill out the continent, okay, because Polk believes in Manifest Destiny, it's God's will that we fill out the continent and spread our culture. Okay? We're going to go to Oregon. And remember, he had a choice here. He could fight the British over Oregon, or he could fight Mexico over Texas. And of course, we came to a compromise with that. Everybody knows what this one is. Okay? 1836, the Texas Revolution breaks out, Goliad, the Alamo, San Jacinto, all that type of stuff. And as soon as Texas becomes independent of Mexico, Sam Houston asks his good buddy Andrew Jackson to annex them to the United States of America. Jackson will not annex Texas. That's a big deal. He wants it so bad he can taste it, but he won't do it. Why? Give me one word that tells me why Jackson will not touch Texas.
Slavery.
Slavery. That's it. Slavery has gotten to be such a political issue after the Missouri Compromise that Jackson does not want the nation to become divided because of it. Okay? That's why Texas became a republic, the Lone Star Republic. The problem is that Mexico always considered Texas independence to be illegal. They want it back. So that's going to result in this. We're going to fight the Mexican War. The Mexican War is the ultimate in Manifest Destiny. We're going to sit here, we're going to solidify Texas, we're going to take the rest. We're going to take the rest of all of Mexico's territory, and then we got to worry about what we're going to do with it as far as slavery goes. There's the Wilmot Proviso. It's going to result in the Compromise of 1850. Guys, a couple of things to keep in mind here. Notice when you talk about Oregon and when you talk about Texas and Mexican cession, slavery is an issue, not so much with Oregon, but big time with Texas and Mexican cession. Slavery is such an all-encompassing topic that even land acquisitions will be based on it. The one that nobody knows, the one nobody cares about. Okay? The reason this was bought, it's just a strip of land out there in the desert, is so there would be a southern route for the Transcontinental Railroad.
It's a horrible deal.
A horrible deal. We bought a lot of sand and rocks. I'll take it back, there's one more. Okay. So what you've done now is you filled out the contiguous United States. All the states that joined together. There's one more. If I would take a guess what it is. We bought it. People weren't happy about it. Seward's Folly. Nobody really knew why he bought Alaska. The Russians were trying to unload it. Okay, they figured if they went to war with Britain, Britain would take it because they were in British Columbia. So they wanted to find a buyer for it. Okay, so as far as filling out, we considered that filling it out would give us control of the Western Hemisphere, but also there are trade routes in the Northern Pacific. And Seward said if we own Alaska, we can protect our trade routes, which he was right about. Okay, so it's called Seward's Folly because nobody could figure out why you want to buy. Some people call it Seward's Icebox because there was nothing really there. And just to make sure that you're not dreaming this stuff, there's a map. Okay? Guys, this PowerPoint will be online. Okay? So when you read about this stuff, that kind of shows you what you need to know. A couple of things to keep in mind. Again, remember, guys, this is a point of view. When you're talking about expansion, America always expands west. We always go this way. Okay? Is everybody good? You don't want that now. That starts next week.